Hey, this is Charlie Page, and I have got a question for you today and a suggestion of how you can sell more online. Here's the question. Do you get tired of special offers? Do you get tired of seeing the countdown timers and this offer ends in this amount of time and it's only good for 48 hours and only 3 will ever be sold and all that kind of thing? You ever get tired of that? I know that I do. But there is a reason that marketers, professional marketers, people who are doing well online and people who want to do well online use these techniques. And we can learn a powerful lesson about why it's very important to pay close attention to what type of offer you're making from a very well-known brand, and that brand is JCPenney. Now, I want to start off by saying I'm not criticizing JCPenney. I'm analyzing their history. I love this company. I think they're a great company. They were founded in 1902. So they're a historic company. And James Cash Penney, the person who founded the company, was a genius of marketing and retail and did a great job, built a huge company. But then something happened in 2012 that we can learn from. And that's this. In 2012, they appointed a new CEO. And this person had the idea that what we're going to do is we're not going to have any sales at all. We're not going to put anything on a special. We're not going to say this special ends on Labor Day or this is a Black Friday deal or any of that kind of stuff. We're just going to deliver the most value we possibly can for a fair price every single day of the year. Now, I don't know how you feel about that, but I have to say that's a perfectly logical thought, right? That's a very, very good thought. And sometimes bad things happen from a good thought, but it's a perfectly logical thought. We're just going to do the best job we can. We're going to offer the best value we can. Our price is our price. We're not going to charge $49.99. We're going to charge $50, right? So they quit doing the $49.99, $19.99 thing. The psychology behind that is that you look at a $19.99 sticker and you say, well, that's less than $20. That's what you say in your mind. You're saying it to yourself. And so you see it as less than $20, even though with tax, it's absolutely going to be more than 20. So this person believed we're just going to do this thing that he deemed to be fair, which is we're going to make the prices all round. So something that was $99.99 became $100, right? So now you cross over from 2 digits, 99, to 3 digits, $100, and that affects sales. And so I want to try to use a new technology today. Bear with me if I get this wrong. I can put writing on this video. I'm going to try to do that. So what happened when they did this back in 2012? Okay. Sales in the quarter, now this is a big company, so these are big numbers, but bear with me because I'm going to show you about 3 sets of numbers and then I'm going to make a very important point. Sales in the quarter before the no special offer policy, $5.242 billion. That was back in January 31st, too. That's what you want to remember. Now, what do you think the sales were in the following quarter? That's when they instituted we don't do sales anymore, no coupons, no special offers. There's really no reason for you to come into the store because none of these prices are going to go away. What do you think happened after that? Sales in the quarter after that policy was instituted went to $3.15 billion. Now, do you remember the first number? 5.42, 3.15. Now, that's a lot of money, even in Texas. That's a lot of money, okay? And here's an interesting idea. Now, they didn't keep doing that, obviously. They learned from their mistake. They said, oh, my goodness, we've made a mistake. We have to change course. And they did. I don't know if they fired him or they changed the team or what they did, but they went away from that policy. Now, here's a lesson for you in business. A huge mistake, I mean, huge, right? So that's the word we use now. A huge, bigly mistake sometimes can come back to haunt you. Take a look at this. Sales in the quarter ending 1/31/19, that's pre-COVID, back when things were booming, right? Best economy in the history of mankind. $3.78 billion. You remember the first number? 5.4, dropped down to 3.1, never recovered. 3.78. Now, let's talk about the reason why this happened and how it applies to your business, because you don't have $1 billion business, right? I don't. but I do have a business and I do want to make sales and I do want to make sales every day. And I know this, that when properly used, the idea of scarcity, when it's ethical, is very, very effective. Sales that come and then they go and they actually go and then the price of the product goes back up is a tremendously powerful thing. And by the way, if you're an affiliate marketer, I'm talking to you too, because this works wonderfully well in affiliate marketing. In fact, I teach, a group coaching about just that in affiliate funnels that convert. So I want to give you two ideas why you should be using special offers. Let me make it clear that I'm not talking about only discounting the price. Discounting the price is one type of special offer. Another type of special offer is adding something to the offer that gets taken away because you run out of it, right? So I do this sometimes with consulting. Sometimes I'll do one-on-one consulting over Zoom. I'll offer that for completely free as a bonus for a product that I'm selling. And then I take it away because my time fills up, right? If I get 20 of these sales in, then that's 20 hours of my time gone. I've got to cut it back, right? I've got to stop doing that. So let's talk about two things about the psychology of selling that are very, very important. And these are the lessons that JCPenney learned in a very, very difficult way. And I want you to avoid them in your business. Whether you're trying to make your first sale or you're trying to get over to your next $1 million, these apply to you. Number one, people need a reason to buy now. They need an anchor point, right? You know what an anchor is. It's how we anchor a memory. I remember that I was with my wife and this wonderful thing happened and it was spring and the flowers smelled good and it was beautiful and the sun was shining. Okay, that's an anchor. That anchors that memory. The event that happened between me and my wife, that might be special on its own, but remembering it in context of where we were, what we were doing, what she was wearing, these anchor the memory and make it permanent. People need a reason to buy now. That anchors in them the desire to take action now. They need a reason. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, and this is maybe the most misunderstood part of selling things online, whether you're an e-commerce seller who's selling crossword puzzles, or whether you're a person who's selling coaching and consulting, or you're selling financial services. People buy with emotion and they justify their decision with logic. Now, I'm going to tell you a very quick story. I don't want this video to go too long, about a guy who did just this. My wife and I were going on a vacation with some friends at one point, and one of my wife's best friends, her husband, left with the car and came back with another car, right? He came back and he bought a brand new big old Chevy Suburban type of thing, right? And his wife said, "Hey, you got a new car there?" And he said, "Yeah, you know what? The old car needed tires." And so I thought, I'm just going to get another car. Now, that's an emotional decision. And this is a very logical guy. This is a great person. I really like him. We're still friends with them. I like both of them. Not trying to talk bad about him. It was just an emotional decision. He needed $800 worth of tires. Back then, he bought $32,000 worth of car, right? Because that salesman knew how to sell him emotionally, to have him picture himself in that car, have him picture himself how safe the family would be with all these new safety features, the new car smell, the whole 9 yards, right? And this is the way selling works. Now, that might be a little manipulative there. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, don't manipulate, but give people an ethical, honest reason to make a decision now, because they're going to buy with emotion and they're going to defend it on logic. How many times have you bought something and then justified it to somebody in your life by saying, I really had to do this because of this reason right here? And by the way, if we didn't buy on emotion, everybody would drive the same car. We would all be driving a white car because that's proven scientifically to be the safest one, probably an electric car, probably would have these particular safety features, but we don't do that, do we? Go take a drive around your town and take a look at how many varieties of car there are. What about our clothes? We'd all be wearing the same clothes. We'd be wearing those clothes that don't wear out your entire lifetime. Houses, we'd live in the same looking house, because you know what? There is a best practice way to build a house that's rock solid. That house is just never going to fall. There is a way to build a car that is a best practice type of car, which means it's safe, it's the safest possible, the most fuel efficient possible, and on and on and on. This is not how humans are wired. The way humans are wired is we want to make an emotional decision, then we need to support it with logic. So here's your homework. Don't try to be JCPenney. Don't make their mistake. Do this. Look at what you're offering now, whether it's your own product or something as an affiliate. Look at it as if it's an offer. Make a list on a piece of paper of everything you're offering. How much is that worth? Now, how much are you offering it for? What value does a person get from buying that from you? And again, this is perfect for affiliate marketers. It works really, really well. Now, if you want to learn how to build these type of offers, I've got a link down in the show notes somewhere that will show you how to do it, because I've got a group coaching on just this, how to make offers for your products or for affiliate products. But no matter what you do, be sure to inject emotion into the selling process. Help them see themselves as a successful buyer of your product. Why are they buying your product? They want an outcome. Help them project themselves into being successful with that product. If you learn to sell with emotion and also defend it with logic, don't ignore the logic. You can't all be hype, 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 right? It's got to be excited, enthusiastic language that also satisfies the left side of the brain, right? You got to do both sides. You got to do emotion and logic when you're doing sales material, no matter if it's a solo ad or a sales letter or a webinar or a video like this one. So if you want to sell more and you want to sell more easily, do this. Analyze your offer and make sure you're injecting emotion into it, that you're supporting it with logic, and that it has a time limiter or a number limiter so that people need to take action. Because people, JCPenney proved it to us. When you take away their reason to come in today and make a purchase today, they don't. You know what they do? They get distracted by somebody else who's giving them a reason for coming in today. Somebody else who's giving them a reason for buying today. And I can just hear in my mind a couple walking down the mall and saying, oh, look, JCPenney's. Oh, look, there's Macy's. Hey, Macy's is having a big sale. Let's go there, right? Don't do that. Don't be that. Don't be the one who gets passed by. Be the one where people say to themselves, hey, let's go there. And the way you do that is you use emotion, you support it with logic, and you give them a time-limited reason to make a decision right now. And then, of course, you always want to reverse the risk that they take, right? Tell them they get their money back if they make a mistake. Not a problem at all. But if you want to sell more today, you'll start using logic, you'll defend it with emotion, and you'll give them a reason to buy right now. And you do that ethically and you do it honestly, and you'll see your sales go up like you wouldn't even believe. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. All right, this is Charlie Page. I hope you enjoyed this. I know it went a little longer than I expected, but I think it's a valid point. I think it's an important point. This is how I sell online. This is how all the people I know sell online, and this is the way it is done. As the Mandalorian says, this is the way, right? So go forth and do likewise and prosper. Thank you so much.